Now that I'm talking about game again, I was just about to say that I feel like I'm reaching a huge turning point in my game
Yes.
because I'm basically officially picking sides between the two sides in my alliance. And I was just saying to you earlier how, like, because you asked me, you were like, what is Logan and Bill's game plan? You were like, what are they doing from here? And I was like, well, they think that the three of us are going to go against the four of them, but also, like, that's 3 versus 4 also. Um, so maybe they have someone in their mind to be fourth. We just don't really talk about it. Whereas, like, with the four, we have discussed every single detail of every piece of strategy. We have controlled the game from start to finish. Like, those are my serious working relationships. I'm like serious about Bill and Logan to some degree, where like I want to keep them informed, and like I was able to bring them into the alliance, but like there's just going to be a huge shift in the game for me, I think, like once I like pick a side and declare my stance. I mean, the four definitely like expect me to do it, you know what I mean? And Logan and Bill will definitely be blindsided by it. So it's going to be tough. I think everybody's going to be, it's going to be hard for me to navigate like how to tell my alliance that like, do I tell them that I had a final three with them? Do I not tell them? Or should I betray the four and go with Logan and Bill? No, I can't, right?
I don't think so. Like, so how has it been so far? Like, you literally just come down from above before the votes and tell Logan and Bill what they're gonna do, and then they say okay.
Specifically, like we have like a big group chat because we had an 8-person alliance at one point. First it was 7, and then it became 8, and then suddenly one night it was 6. So now we're a 6-person alliance. So we have like a group chat with all of us where basically we discuss what's going to happen, and we all get on the same page about the target. And like so far we have all been on the same page about the target. The only vote that hasn't gone the way that we wanted was Jasmine, when Jasmine flipped. That was the only vote we like did not have control over. And Logan and Bill are included in that. But then Logan and Bill and I have our own little group chat.
Final three.
The three of us, yeah, final three that Bill started. Here's the thing, like the only final two that I initiated was with Tulsi. Everybody else came to me. Like I didn't even ask, you know what I mean? They all just kind of fell into my lap. And what are you supposed to say? No, I don't want to be in your final three alliance. You know, I was able to bring all of my alliances as far as I possibly could for the amount of people that I was protecting. Caitlyn was a casualty, though. I didn't really promise her anything, but I do think that she expected me to keep her safe, and I didn't. But I think she knew deep down we weren't together.
She definitely saw it coming.
Yeah, she knew we weren't together. We were on opposite sides of the game.
What just occurred to me when you were talking was that like if you get to final three with Logan and Bill, I feel like they would take each other and for sure.
Yeah, I agree. I once I get to final, my ideal final three, I think, would be me and Corey, and then the problem is I feel like everybody will want to go with Corey. I guess I have a chance if it's me, Corey, and Tulsi.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, because Tulsi, I think, is pretty loyal to me. There's definitely a chance that she will take Corey, but she always talks about like how it's going to be us two in the end. So, I mean, she could totally be, playing it up
Yeah.
and just gonna have to make the choice when the time comes, which like same honestly, so it's okay. I think we're both like sharp enough to expect that. Like I think we would both respect it on either side, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
um but there's always a chance that like Tulsi could win the final three competition and take Corey. But if Corey wins, I know he'll take me.
You
And
feel confident about that?
I feel quite confident. Corey has told me that he would fall on his sword for me, that like he would give up his entire game for me. So I mean that's a pretty extreme thing to say, and Corey's pretty honest. He's been brutally honest with me about pretty much everything.
Yeah, I mean he has been like that in
The whole
public
game.
like since the beginning. Yeah.
Never given me any reason not to trust him. You know what I mean? Corey is the ideal ally. In fact, it's so funny. We had this moment like in my pre-season interview. A question that I was asked was who who could describe your ideal ally, and I said somebody who is loyal to a fault, that they, I can trust that they value loyalty over anything else, basically, so that I can take advantage of that and like get as far, because loyalty, like, it's going to be important to me up until
The end.
changing decision. You know what I mean? Um, I know that sounds horrible, but
That's how you win.
and then I was talking to Corey, and he said he was talking about his pregame interview, and they were like, describe your strategy. Like, how are you as an ally? Or it was a question about like, would you use a power, or like, would you use an idol on an ally instead of yourself, or something like that. And Corey described himself as being loyal to a fault. And he told me this one day in our chat, and I was like, I can't believe you just said that.
That's insane.
Tulsi has been an amazing ally too, in the sense that like we are just a great duo. I think we're like the two smartest people in the game.
And like I do get the sense just from watching that she does really like you, like
Oh
genuinely.
yeah, we're like she's the one relationship where I'm like, no matter what happens, like we're homies from now on. Like we are gonna be in each other's lives. She's a very special person to me. Like we're definitely getting really close. Um,
Yeah, I feel like I trust her, but
I trust her, but she's also a shark. You know what I mean? She's like me. She wants to win.
yeah.
And I know that I'm having like doubts if I could beat Dulcie in the end. So she's probably having the same doubts about me,
Well,
especially after that survey.
exactly what I was about to say, especially after last night, because like as exciting as it is to see that, it also puts a huge target on your back.
Right. So what I have with Dulcie is just like the hope that she will honor our final two, and she will like think that it's the right move to take me to the end. Um, whereas like I know if it was Maddie, he would never pick me in a million years. You know.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. And then Logan, I don't know. Like I don't know if Logan or Bill would pick me.
I think they would take each other, right?
If what if it was like one of them and Corey? What if it was like me, Bill, and Corey, or like me, Logan, and Corey?
Like I think
It
in
might
my
be final
mind,
three also.
it would be hard to pick you to go to the end with over Corey. Like if I'm Logan or Bill, it's like that I don't really see that.
Yeah, right. They would want to go with.
You would think. I mean, you know them better than I do. I really don't know them. So maybe they would, because you've been working with them, so there's a chance. But like from an outsider's perspective, um, I don't think that, yeah, I don't see why they would do that.
Bill will say things in our group chat like, "You two are my rocks in this game. Like, I want to get to the end with us three. Like, blah 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 blah." But really, like to me, one on one, he's not really like me and you to the end. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
I don't get that from him. Like, we don't.
But
I
I
don't.
get the sense that they're probably saying that to each other, though.
They have to be right. They have to know that like they can only beat each other. So, I think they might expect it, but they might not. But honestly, at that point, there's no point in us not telling them about the four-person alliance, you know?
So
So Colin does have to go, unfortunately. He does have to go next.
to preserve this double alliance for another week. I
I
mean,
don't know. It doesn't even, honestly, like, it doesn't even matter.
yeah. I mean, we'll see who wins the competition, who wins immunity. That's going to change things. Um, like this is an idea that I don't necessarily think is a good idea, but it popped in my head. Um, just a second ago, and it came from something you said, like, should you tell them about the alliance? Like, is that something that you're thinking about? Like, are you thinking about like going to Bill and Logan and saying, look, you guys, like, it's been great playing with you so far. You've been incredible allies, but the game has just changed. Like with Caitlyn and Oakley leaving, like it's a new game. So I have to be honest with you. I've been working with other people and I'm going to continue to be loyal to them. I respect you and I'm looking forward to continuing to play with you, but this alliance can go no further. Like, is that what you're thinking?
I am thinking about that. The only problem is I'm afraid that if I do that while Bill and Logan are still in the game together, then they have the potential of going with Maddie and turning against me. If
You,
if I tell them while they're still in the game, I think that could happen. So honestly, you saying that I think kind of makes me realize that Logan has to go, or
okay.
or Bill even, like next.
And make it look like an accident or what?
Maybe. I don't know. If Colin could win immunity, that
Yeah.
would be great. But I don't know. I don't know how I could get away with that. I don't know. Do you think that's the correct solution? Do you think that's the answer? I'd like to tell them. I just am, like I said, I'm just scared that they will.
I think that, yeah, I like, I don't think that telling them is necessary. I don't think it's because it just gives them so much space to do something. You know what I mean? Like maybe you could orchestrate their demise and then tell them like right before the eviction to try and save face. But I
And
think,
jury speeches are for too.
right. But yeah, I think giving them time to think about that is not a good idea.
Yeah.
Um,
Maybe it does have to. I don't know.
what?
I'm saying maybe it does have to be Colin so that like I can preserve the illusion for as long as possible and then
I
get
mean,
out and then tell whoever's left, you know?
it really does depend on whoever gets immunity because if if anyone but Colin gets immunity, it's going to be pretty easy to get him out, right?
Yeah, everybody will agree on it. Everybody will want it,
If,
obviously, for
if
Colin.
that's like what the people are saying, then like I feel like no one's going to fight that,
He's the
right?
only person that's outside of the alliance, so like
Of course. So if he does get it, then it would. also be easy if you think about, let's think about the numbers. So it's you, if you get Corey, Tulsi, and Maddie to all agree on either Bill or Logan, it's easy. I mean, and then like Bill, whoever stays of those two is going to be like upset and blindsided, but they're going to have no power because they will have no allies left in the game.
But then like Colin, whoever's left, and Maddie could team up against me, Bill, and Bolsey to like get one of us out too, or me, Corey.
That's why I think that building a relationship now with Colin is key.
You think?
Strengthening that relationship, because he's like, if Maddie does decide to flip, it's going to be Colin and Bill / Logan who gets you in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
But it would be just as easy to get Colin to go for Maddie. It's just a matter of who gets to Colin first, if he gets immunity this coming week.
Yeah.
And if not, get him out, and then it'll be very clean cut to get Logan or Bill out one by one next.
Yeah.
Because Maddie wouldn't have the numbers to flip on you anymore without Colin.
I don't know. I don't know if Maddie is trying to do it.
I don't trust.
I don't trust either, to be honest. But he does seem to have changed his tune a little bit now that Alex is gone. He does seem to kind of recognize that like it needs to be us four in the end. But everybody also just really needs to get me out. I have to be thinking every round that people are going to try everything they can think of to get me out.
Yeah.
I have to be thinking of that at this point.
I trust Corey and Tulsi though. Yeah. And I think as long as you have them that you trust, and I do trust them, and it seems like you do too.
Yeah.
Then I think you're in a good position. And like I said before, I think like trying to strengthen your relationship with Colin right now is a good idea.
And then potentially vote him out.
Yeah, yeah. But like either like if you start before he gets immunity, or like before whoever gets immunity is revealed, then it won't look shady if you start to get closer to him if he does get immunity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then if he doesn't get immunity, then like you have a nice conversation with him, but then after he gets immunity that that he's probably going to be the one. But I think that could take you to the end. Like I see that path for you.
What's the path?
So it's anything could happen. If Colin gets immunity, everybody gets Bill or Logan out. Boom, boom. I don't know what happens after that in that scenario, but we can think about it. But if he doesn't get it, then he's out. And then you're stuck with Bill, Logan, and Maddie still. I don't like that. I think maybe it would be best to get closer to Colin and get Bill or Logan out.
You think so?
Now I am, but I feel like I'm saying something different every second, so I don't know.
My ideal scenario would be Colin wins immunity. So
Yeah.
It's like I don't have to stick my neck out for him. Right. He just like...
It took me so long to get exactly where you already have been this whole time, but I'm with you now.
That's not true. I don't know. I don't know if that's the case. I'm definitely going back and forth.
No, yes, I think that would be great if Colin got immunity.
If I could even get Colin by one more round, I think he would trust me so much.
I'm just feeling that, yes, like Colin is the key right now in my mind. Like Colin is the key for some reason.
Colin is mine. He's mine, and I need to protect him.
Yeah, I think that's right.
But Bill and Logan are like...
They're like in the way, like...
each other's.
Say that again?
They're each other's.
Exactly. And they don't strike me as a huge threat just themselves, but combined with Maddie, that scares me. And
Yeah.
I feel like Maddie could go to them because it just makes sense. Because Maddie probably senses that that you are closer to both Dulcie and
Definitely.
Corey than they are with him. So maybe he already has talked to them. Who knows?
I don't know. I feel like Logan and Bill have been a little bit quiet lately.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that.
All right. You've convinced me. I'm ready to take a shot.
Yeah, I think it's Bill or Logan.
Honestly, maybe Bill.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think maybe target number one is Bill because Logan scares me less when he's on his own.
I think I can convince
Oh,
Dulcie of it. I think I can convince Dulcie of doing this because Colin and Dulcie also have a really good relationship, and so does Corey. So I think that we need Colin as a number for us. I'm scared of the combination of Bill, Logan, and Maddie, and I don't feel like they're just gonna be so pissed if I target them.
yeah, I think it's too soon. Wait. Who do you mean by them?
Bill and Logan.
Oh, no, yeah.
They're gonna be so mad if I target them.
But it is what it is because if you target them, you shoot, you don't shoot to miss.
Yeah.
So they're upset, but like the game continues and it's against their favor at that point. The numbers just aren't for them. So if like they're upset, they're upset. Um,
That's potentially two jury votes I could lose over one jury vote with Colin, though.
that's why it might be a good idea to give them, if you feel confident about that you have the numbers in the vote, to have a call with them before the eviction and tell them. I don't know if that's a bad idea, but it might endear them to you, but it might not. It might backfire. Who knows?
Yeah. I mean,
So it's not a blind side.
ultimately, I hope that they would respect gameplay and not be bitter because let's be real, that would be an epic move to save my ass, right?
Yeah,
I need to weaken Maddie.
definitely.
And I don't think that Colin and Maddie are super close.
Yeah, yeah. I think like
He does
strength.
talk to everybody. Colin does talk to everybody. So he doesn't talk to Bill and Logan though.
If it'll be really interesting to hear what Maddie has to say about going for Bill or Logan.
I would be so scared to tell him.
Like, and you could even have conversations with other people before, so you wouldn't have to be the one to tell him. But like, if you got people together and we're like, this is what we're gonna do, um, it would be interesting to see his reaction. And if you had the numbers already, he wouldn't go against it, I don't think.
Because it would be four of us.
Yeah.
Me, Corey, Thulsi, and Colin could vote against Bill or Logan. We would automatically have the numbers.
Exactly. Oh, I was gonna say something else, but I forgot. So yeah, I don't think he would go against, and even if he would probably feel sketched out if you guys told him, like came as a group and were like, or even just came to him and were like, we have the 4 votes for Bill.
Corey. I think I'll go to Corey first.
Oh, okay.
Should I go to Tulsi first?
I mean,
and be like, hey, can we get out Bill or Logan? And this is why.
what do you think?
Corey and Tulsi both have good relationships with Colin, so I think that they would both be interested in saving them. Corey does not feel very close to Bill or Logan. He knows that I'm closer with them. That's also part of the problem is like Bill and Logan like are numbers for me, but I am getting sketched. I'm starting to get a little spooked.
I think they're a liability, and you don't need those numbers. You have numbers already. It's a much smaller game than it was.
You're right. Because like I know Corey and Tulsi are strong votes with me. I mean, I think I have to add that as a disclaimer.
Right, always.
Say something. every
always.
time. I don't want to look like that idiot that is insisting on something that's just simply not true. I don't see any reason for Corey, Tulsi, and I to not to turn on each other at this point. I don't think it would be good for anybody's game. But I think that I could get them to go for Bill and Logan, and like this could be my big move of the game, honestly. When I'm sitting at the end and the jury was like, "What was your
Yeah.
move? What did you do to, personally to like get to play the best game?" And it could be that, like choosing sides in my alliance.
Yeah, honestly, like the way I'm loving imagining it right now, it's like Bill goes, then Logan goes, then Maddie goes, then Colin goes. Tulsi, it's you and Corey at the end, then you take it.
Ooh,
I like
honestly,
that. I like the sound
I
of that.
love that boot order. That would be really great. Get Maddie out of there early. Corey's not going to want to go for that, but
Well, but that's why it'll be really interesting to see how Maddie reacts to you wanting to gut out Logan and Bill, because maybe he'll give nothing, but if he gives little resistance, then that can be a little something you can tell Corey, like, see, he's untrustworthy.
that's true. That's super true. Corey just like right now, it is really convinced that Maddie is like really loyal and solid. I'm still skeptical, but like Maddie has been definitely like going out of his way lately to be like us four till the end. Love you guys so much, like genuinely, whatever, best people, whatever. And like it's great. It's great social game. You know what I mean? I know that he has thrown my name out there, so I just like I can't forget that. You know what I mean?
And I really don't trust that kind of language. Like, it's us till the end, love you guys. Like, that is just so easy to say.
Mm-hmm. Tulsi says it too, and Corey says it too, though.
Totally, which is why it works, but
It could be manipulative.
it could be. And especially, like, I don't know, like maybe I'm totally off base about this, but like even the fact that he's been saying it more recently is
Yeah,
shady to
he
me.
kind of like was like a little detached for a little bit when like
That freaks me out.
yeah, Alex and I like had a private chat where we would just like shit talk Maddie because we were like when Alex was like about to get voted out and Alex and I were both like definitely kind of feels like Alex is going to be the target right now, like we should probably just play the idol on Alex. And Maddie just like didn't like he just like didn't care, like he wasn't really helping in like figuring out the vote. He did ultimately, and like but we really had to like coerce him to use his power to help save Alex. Like it just seemed like if Alex had gone home he wouldn't have really cared, you know what I mean?
Totally. I think it makes a lot of sense to like trust the ghost of Alex. If Alex was suspicious of Maddie, I'm trusting that.
You're so right. Yeah, we were definitely like getting ready to plot against him, like me, Corey, and Alex for
That
sure.
is shady to me. Like when Alex was in the game, he was like a little bit, Maddie was a little bit withdrawn, and then things shift, and then he's like, "Hey guys, like love you," like after he had a minute to like plot potentially. You know what I mean?
He was like that before, honestly, like in the very beginning of the game, like I was definitely like gung-ho, like us till the end for sure. But like now we're in the end game now,
Yeah.
and
I mean,
like he has identified me correctly as the biggest threat in the game, so like I don't blame him for playing,
right.
but I'm gonna play the game before it plays me.
Hey, hey, yes. Yeah.
Oh, this has been so illuminating. You've really helped me see my game more clearly.
I really think this could be good. You
I'm really just shouting into the void, so this is really nice.
know, it's my absolute pleasure. I, this is such a joy.
You're my true final two. You're my real life.
Yes. I'm your final two forever.
Yeah, you're my final two for life. Um, okay, so Logan or Bill needs to go next.
But probably Bill, right?
Ugh, I hate it. I hate it. But like honestly, whoever doesn't win immunity and whoever they're okay with.
Right. And then I guess if Logan or Bill wins immunity, um, Colin's out.
Or I could just go for the other one.
True. Because that the one who gets immunity doesn't get a vote, right?
I could vote them out no matter what.
Right. True.
Or
Okay.
he does get to vote. Bill would get to vote.
Oh, he does. Okay. Well, whatever. Doesn't matter.
But they would still only be 3 votes against 4.
Yeah. And it probably would be two, but maybe three.
You know. Ooh, I'm about to turn into such a villain.
No, no, no. You're playing the game.
A villainous game.
Yeah, it's a villainous game. You're the mob. Hey.
I want the title of mob boss.
Right.
I'm arranging the hits. I'm putting the hits on people.
Exactly.
I have to live up to my voting. Whatever. I got my first vote last night. I thought I was gonna play a perfect game.
I know. I hate that he. Wait, who was it?
Hopefully, it's
Oh,
fine.
right. Yeah, and then you blew kisses at each other.
Mom.
No, I mean, whatever. He's sweet. I don't know him.
No, he's fine. We nothing but love for Oakley. We just were on opposite sides of the game.
Yeah.
But I'm flirting with everybody shamelessly. Oh yeah. I was gonna say something else, but I forgot.
So when is the results coming? Like moment?
For this competition.
Yeah.
It'll be tomorrow when after the last person finishes. It'll
Okay.
probably be around 8 p.m. your time,
Great.
8 or 9.
That's perfect.
If you
The
can't,
only thing I have to do tomorrow is at noon.
great. If you can't make it, no big deal. But
Oh, I want to be there. Like, I want to see everyone.
I want you to be there. I feel
I
like
want.
everything's really quiet right now.
It's probably weird to have new people enter the chat. Like, it's probably really weird.
Everybody's so like everybody's so like gushy in our alliance chat right now. Oh,
What is
we
it?
changed our alliance name.
What
We
is
didn't
it?
we didn't really have one until like a couple nights ago. Our chat was just always called like, okay, well my original 4 was the bitch hunters.
Yeah.
First was the inmates, and then it was the bitch hunters. And then when we made the 5 of us with Alex and Thulsi, it was just like, let's make shit happen. And then after we made shit happen, it turned to we made shit happen. We made shit happen, hashtag one's ass, based on something that Jasmine said in
I need to watch that video.
it wasn't what she said in her exit speech. It was something she said in a competition. It's so awful. There was like a head-to-head competition during live night where they had to unscramble words or unscramble a phrase.
Did we stop recording now? Because
Oh, I'm not talking about the game anymore.